Hello, this is Survival-gyver, and this is the True Utility Smart Knife. And I say that with like a question mark because it is not a smart knife. I'm disappointed in this one. And there's a local store to me that's clearancing them out because they haven't been able to sell them. You could find them online as upwards of $25. I think I paid $6 for this. 6 or 8, something like that. And it's not worth it. It's a cool looking design, but it doesn't do anything particularly well. And it even comes with this nice little keychain. You'll see it on here. It says, live the life you love, true. So you would think that you'd put it on here, but you can't get it on there. It doesn't go on. There's not enough clearance between the edge of this and the ring to get the ring on. So, what the hell? I've tried a few times. Can't get the ring on. I mean, I suppose if I push this way past what the spring will allow, then I can get it on there. I'll probably never be able to get it off. So, there's that. That was the first disappointment thing I found out with it. The cutter blade, which kind of looks like a razor blade of sorts, it's not at a good angle to cut things. I could not cut cordage with it. I could not cut strapping with it. Not the plastic strapping you find on like pallets. I couldn't even cut cloth. I couldn't cut paracord with it. I couldn't cut fish line with it. It's useless in that end. It doesn't cut anything. This is supposed to be 420 stainless steel, and I have no way of checking that, considering the price that it was. So I don't know. It's got this weird little measurement on the side. That's fine. Centimeters. Should be a 90-degree line, but if you put it on anything to check that being 90 degrees, it's not. A bottle opener, which is fine. All right, you have a slightly odd-shaped screwdriver here, flathead screwdriver, which also works the opening of the blade, but it is so tight, even after using it for 2 or 3 weeks, that it's hard to open. It's even harder to close. So the knife is dull. It's like super dull. Can't cut any paper with it. Can't cut cardboard with it. Could not make any shavings for tinder, which is my normal thing to do with them. Yeah, I mean, this would be like a safety blade for a child. You can't cut poop with it. And a little bit of chipping on the top, which is, I guess, nice, but it's not really enough, because where you stick your hand on here, most of your thumb is going to be past the jimping anyway. Of course, you got the thumb opener, which doesn't do anything either. So it is a liner lock, and it's a really stiff liner lock. There is something weird. If you look right there, there's a notch at the top here. It doesn't stop on anything there. It doesn't stop on anything on the bottom either. It's just a little notch. So out of curiosity, I tried to see if I can use it to crimp wire ends or even cut wire. No, it's not sharp. It would make sense if they made it so you can put a wire in there and be able to crush it this way. Be able to close or crimp with it, but yeah, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't affect anything on this end. See, it just sits right there. It doesn't lock into anything on the back. So yeah, not sure. That seems to be like a lost opportunity. I mean, you have the notch in there. I'm assuming it's for when they design the blade, maybe to put it into a fixture or something. It's just kind of weird. What else? I mean, obviously you can't really use this as a ruler, even with the blade open, because it's round. So, yeah, that's not going to do well. The bolt sizes: 12 millimeter, 10 millimeter, 8, 6, and 4. 4 is not really 4; it's like 3.5. 6 is closer to 5. 8 is closer to like an 8.8. 10 is closer to an 11. 12 is closer to like a 12 and a half, almost 13. So anything I've tried in there came out to be very, very loose. It didn't fit anywhere snug in it. You can even see on the back side. If I zoom out here a little bit, from one side to the other, it doesn't quite line up. So, I mean, it looks cool, and I'm sure it removes some weight, but other than that, it's got no usability to it. I think the only thing that this thing is good for is the bottle opener. And that's kind of sad because, you know, it looks pretty cool. It's just garbage otherwise. So this is going to be on my disappointing playlist. There will be links in the description to Amazon where you can find it, just in case this is something that you'd be interested in. I don't recommend it unless you want it for parts or to fiddle with it and try to make it better. It's also quite heavy. It doesn't tell me what the weight of this is. Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe 5.5 ounces, 6 ounces. This is heavier than the knife I had on my last video, and that knife was 9.5 inches long. So, yeah, I mean, the inability to use this on a keychain, even though it's got the little carabiner lock, sucks. The cutter, I'm sure that if you take the screws out, you could probably put an actual razor blade in, or sharpen that, or put it at maybe a slightly better angle or something. So you can see that there's a little edge there that sticks out, a little round edge. That blocks part of the blade anyway. So it has just poor, it's poor fitment, poor design. It has promise, but that's about it. So unfortunately, it is what it is. I mean, as I said, the company I got it from couldn't even give them away. Nobody would buy them. And I've seen them online for $20, $25. True Brand has it for $20 on their website. You can find them on eBay as high as $50. They do make another version of this, which is a black color instead of silver, which fetches for more money. Has the same tools. I don't know. It's weird. I'm sure some people have had luck with them. I just seem to get crappy tools. And I will show you shortly. I'm going to do a video on this one. There's the Night Eyes, which is a screwdriver ratchet little pry bar thing, and this thing works great. This does not. Obviously the other doesn't have a knife on it, but you know, I suppose it is what it is. So thank you for watching. If you have any questions or comments, leave it below and I will answer them as soon as I can. There will be a link in the description to Amazon if you're interested in it, and I'll put true.acgbrands.com's website on here for this smart knife. But yeah, this is kind of disappointing. Also, if you check the reviews on True's website, they're not great either. It's got a 3-star, 3 out of 5 star review average with 9 reviews. For all sorts of complaints between the liner lock being super stiff and the blade not opening properly and the hexes not being quite right. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff in there. So maybe some people get lucky, maybe get a newer version. I don't know. But if you like the video, press like. I don't know why you would, but anyway, subscribe if you'd like to subscribe. I have more little nifty EDC tools coming out shortly. And thank you for watching. Have a glorious night.